Hello and welcome to the drop. Before I get started, I want to offer my thoughts and prayers to those who were affected by the senseless violence in Las Vegas. I don't get too political here or anything like that. It's not about politics at all, actually. But I just wanted to, give my condolences and all that because, I just want to show I have a heart. And also, before we get off, I want to thank my friends, Double RPG and 16-Bit Jeff, for giving me all the stuff that I can talk about this week because I actually had nothing planned. As Double RPG was telling me before he sent me the little news he had, he was like, "It's been a slow week," and I'm like, "Yo, but you saved my butt, so thank you guys." Now on to the show. Alright, so from Bandai Namco, composer Go Shiina is leaving the company. If you guys don't know Go Shiina, he's a pretty prominent composer. That's music composer, by the way. He's been with Namco since the 90s, and his most recent works include Tales of Zestiria and God Eater 2 Rage Burst. No news, no details have been given on why he's left. They just announced that he'll be parting ways from the company. He doesn't appear to be any malice. He seems to be amicable. He said that it brought him the greatest pleasure to have been supported for the past 20 years by Bandai Namco, which he called a truly great company in his tweet. He's looking forward to a fresh new start and hopes to see continued support from fans. I guess it's just he wanted to stretch his wings. That's just my thing, Maybe he just wants to work for other games outside of Bandai Namco, or not even games. Maybe since he's a musician, maybe he wants to just work on something else completely. Being a creative type, that's it's something you do. It's called creative fulfillment. There's this need for it, and maybe that's the only reason he left. He's like, well, I just want to work on something else for somewhere else. All the best to him. Good guy, prominent, like I said. So if he needs work, he'll find it. Nintendo's Virtual Console on the original Wii will be shutting down January 30th, 2019. It may not sound like a big deal to some of you, but there's actually, according to a list on Reddit, 266 games that are only on the original Wii's Virtual Console and not on the Wii U's or the 3DS's. The official statement from Nintendo on their official website says, "Dear Nintendo fans, on January 30th, 2019, we plan to close the Wii Shop channel, which has been available on Wii systems since December 2006. We sincerely thank our loyal customers for their support. You can still add Wii points until March 26, 2018, and purchase content on the Wii Shop channel until January 30th, 2019. In the future, we will be closing all services related to the Wii Shop channel, including re-downloading purchased WiiWare, Virtual Console titles, and Wii Channel, as well as Wii System Transfer Tool, which transfers data from Wii to the Wii U system. If you have Wii points to spend, content you want to re-download, or content you'd like to transfer from a Wii system to a Wii U system, we recommend you do so while the services are still available. If you have any questions, please see our Q&A. Thank you for supporting the Wii Shop channel and for being such great friends at Nintendo. Sincerely, your friends at Nintendo." They actually said your friends at Nintendo. I did not make that up. That's, by the way, the consoles that most of those games that are exclusive to the Wii Virtual Console. Not all of them. Some of them are actual from Nintendo systems, but most of them are from non-Nintendo systems, which weren't available on the Wii U's Virtual Console. The consoles that you could also purchase retro games from that were on the Wii, and only on the Wii, I believe. Sega Master, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx, Neo Geo, although a lot of Neo Geo arcade classics are on the Switch, so you got those. Commodore 64, which were already delisted back in like 2009, but that was on the Wii. And arcade games. So a lot of those games you're not going to see again unless Switch does their Virtual Console, which will have all these, which I think they will. I'm pretty sure, I have a feeling they will. So if you want to get to it, March 2018 you can still buy, and January 2019 you can still re-download or transfer to your Wii U from the Wii. So get to it while you still can if you want to have them on the Wii U. As for the Switch, well, I have a feeling they're gonna have their own virtual console. They already said they will. I have a feeling they'll have all these other games back on there. Just a feeling, but a good one. Now, this is what I was supposed to talk about last week, but instead put the intro because I was editing and I made a flub. But here's what I was supposed to talk about last week. In the UK, Ultra Street Fighter 2 outsold Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in its first week. The response to Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was very lukewarm, and during the recent UK charts have shown this. Interestingly, former MCV editor Christopher Dring on his Twitter revealed that Ultra Street Fighter 2 for Nintendo Switch had a better opening weekend than the recent Marvel vs. Capcom title. Somebody tweeted at him, "Hey, did USF2 actually have a better debut?" And he responded, yes it did. But, and again, assumptions ahoy, Nintendo's digital service is significantly weaker than Xbox PlayStation. Still. And even though it still outsold Marvel vs. Capcom on 2 systems, and a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Marketing, commercial, a more marketed, the game had more behind it, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and it was on 2 systems, and yet the Switch version outsold it. Switch version of Street Fighter 2, a couple decades old fighter that's been repolished, and that outsold it. It just goes to show, man, MVC Infinite's got a lot going against it right now. Oof. Capcom. All I gotta do is shake my head, because I'm done with y'all for this week. And this news I have to talk about. Shenmue 3's latest development report gives us a look at the work they're doing on facial animations. Back in August, they revealed a trailer that showed some more of the game and showed that yes, it is being made, and it was very, very early footage. And people are saying, "Ew, it looks ugly. Ew," and they're like, "All right, here, look it. We're working on animations." And the responses on this, it's got how many dislikes now on YouTube? Dev Room Progress Report Volume 4 is the name of the video. It is from the official development YouTube account for Shenmue 3, Shenmue 3 official. 344 dislikes. Bunch of people in the comments saying, "Ew, that let's get..." Shut up. Alright? Sorry to be so rude, but my god. The original game had $70 million budget. That's why, even though back then it was an older game, it still looks kind of good. Because they had that much money thrown behind it, and it was a commercial flop. These guys are working with a $6 million budget. Granted, it is with newer technology, but it is still nowhere near a AAA budget. It can't look as good as some games, although I have to say the environment does still look good. And yes, if you guys didn't notice, that character they're showing facial animations for was them manually animating her face, and she's in the T pose, you could see, so the character isn't even done yet. It's not even part of the game. It is literally like them showing the shaders and all that. It's in the build, the debug, I don't know what it's called, the development of the game. It's not the gameplay itself at all. Us Shenmue fans have been waiting for Shenmue 3 since 2001. Okay? We want this game to come out. You guys want to have a bigger budget, donate more money to it. It's $6 million, believe it or not, ain't enough to look good on these systems with these, with how much just computers cost and everything. It's not enough. It's surprising that they even made it as good as they did. And it's still going to look better when it comes out, but just hold off, all right? Wait till you actually see some of actual gameplay and stuff that ain't early. But also lower your expectations still, though, because I will admit it ain't going to look as good It just can't. Not with $6 million. And whatever little they got from, I guess, Sony, they probably gave them $1 million or $2 million, maybe. That's still not a lot. So maybe they're actually working with $8 million. That's still no. That ain't enough. Trust. Most of these games work with what, 22 million, something like that. And again, the original had 70 million. That's why it was so awesome with its look. Even granted, of course, you can tell it's dated, but some people say, "Wow, it still holds up. Didn't age too bad." Yeah, it had a lot of money thrown at it. A lot. That's why Sega still like kind of on offensive re-releasing the first two. Still like, man, it's not gonna sell well. Although I'd like it to be released so that people who haven't played it can try it, because the first two are on. You have to have a Dreamcast or an Xbox. There's no other way around it. Or emulators, of course. Sorry, there is one other way. Emulators. But yeah, just chill out. Stop saying ew and downvoting whenever something looks kind of ugly because it's early. Knee-jerk reactions of this era these days. You guys, chill. Stop being so entitled for a game that has an indie budget. Trust me. Technically an indie game being made here. Sega gave them their permission, but they're not working with Sega on this. It's just Yu Suzuki and his homies, basically. Alright, I'm done. I don't want to get more mad. I'm going to end on something positive, trust me. On the gaming side, there's a comic side, too. That's going to be like a lightning round, though, the comics. Alright, on to Cuphead. Cuphead, I just wanted to bring this up just to have something nice. Is that, which Double RPG actually told me to do. Have something nice. Talk about Cuphead. Positive reviews. Cuphead finally came out. And it's been getting some good reviews. It's gotten 87s to 95s. Basically, a B plus to an A minus. Pretty good. And from what I've seen of it, and I remember watching this a couple E3s ago when they first announced it, and it was like, it was taking forever, because it's basically just, they had a little bit of help, but it's basically just two guys. Like, two brothers. Mostly. I was going to say, I try to combine mainly and mostly, and it turned into Macely. It looks amazing. It's got that nice old school cartoon look to it. It even has like a filter on it that makes it look like it's like old timey VHS or something, or not even VHS, millimeter film. It looks amazing. It's got co-op. I gotta try it one of these days. And I'm glad it's been getting such good reviews. That means that these guys' hard work paid off. So congratulations to Cuphead, and congratulations to the Moldenhauer. Is that how you pronounce it? The Moldenhauer brothers, Chad and Jared Moldenhauer, and their team, their small team: Eric Billingsley, Kezia Adamo, Tony Cocaluzzi, Thomas Pride, and Marija Moldenhauer and Evan Scott. The team. I try to get y'all names. Congrats to the Cuphead development team. You guys deserve it. Your hard work paid off. Now on to the DC Lightning Round, sponsored by 16-Bit Jeff. The first piece of news I have is from Brandon Vietti, producer, director, and writer at WB Animation. Somebody asked him on Twitter, are you guys putting out all the episodes at once for the new Young Justice Season 3? How many episodes the season is going to consist of? And he answers, I don't know. The DC Digital Service will determine how the episodes roll out. So, it's going to be on DC Digital Service, and it's totally up to them how the episodes come out. And number 2, Young Justice Season 3 will have 26 episodes. So a full season right there. A full American season, I believe, because I forget. Sometimes seasons are 13 episodes, sometimes they're 26. I don't know. 26 episodes, a full anime right there. Yeah, I know what I said. it's a cart. Yeah, whatever. It's animation. 26 episodes. Also, there was an article on Vulture that was basically just an editorial with some quotes that was saying that the DC Films looks like it's going to restructure everything, and it's already you know, maybe these movies aren't going to be connected because they look like they're going to be restructured. And it took some quotes from a couple of creators. And on Twitter, Jeff Johns responds, this somebody asked him, because of this Vulture article, the cinematic universe has only begun and you're already pulling the rug out from under it? Please keep it connected. Jeff Johns tweets with three words. Four. Because the percentage, it's another word. Yeah. It 100% is. And has a picture of like the whole DC superhero, all of them just running out going, yeah. So Jeff Johns himself is saying, no, we're still going to keep this this universe connected, and we're not doing anything crazy like totally saying it's going to be like the universes are going to be completely redone or whatever. That Vulture article was mostly, well, just reading it myself from the DC cinematic Reddit that linked to it. It mostly is just this guy's opinion with some quotes from some creators that I guess could be taken out of context. You know, it's basically just this guy's opinion piece. And it's titled DC Rethinks Its Universe. There you go with that. Young Justice is happening, and the DC Cinematic Universe is still connected. Jeff Johns himself tweets it. If you guys don't know about Jeff Johns, he is is it president? Yeah. He is the president of DC Entertainment. So, he's the big boss, and he's saying straight up, ain't nothing happening. And I believe him. They worked too hard on this to just undo it all. And with that said, the drop is done. Let me know what you guys think of everything in the comments below. I may or may not answer them. No, I try to answer them. Like I said, I'm not flooded with comments at all, so until the day comes where I get flooded with comments, I think I can still reply to people. Have a good one. Look forward to my animation series too, whenever that happens.